underneath the Crumar Performer, I've put in a little modification here with a trim pot which sets the octave width. I've put the resistance coming from the node, the summing node on the pitch amplifier there. And so now we can route a coax up to this lovely thing. We'll set right in here. My phone's ringing. Anyway, does that, gives you an octave pitch down and my little buttons for setting the sustain. Hey, pretty cool. So that's the latest I got. Alright, the Crumar Performer hopefully is all finished here. I think we're ready to demo its capabilities. And I'll just set this up here. I think this will work. Weird something in front of it there. Oh well. Close enough. Too lazy to get a tripod for this, but stock setting. So here we have, of course, the strings, capability of setting a sustain. Now, the Crumar Performer has a VCA, and it only does the crescendo on the string section. The sustain is done at the TDA 1008 divider / VCA chips. They have their own control leg that has a sustainer, not a real VCA per se, but it takes a voltage and controls the sustain time, at least there. So you've got all pin 7s tied together with the sustainer, and so that it goes right in there. And then your crescendo won't work when that's working because it's bypassing the VCA when you don't have the brass switch on. Now when you turn the brass switch on, now the brass comes in later anyway, it does its own thing, but when you turn the switch on, now you get the string crescendo. Batteries ran out, and so here we are. We've got the sustainer does nothing when the brass is kicked in because now the VCA is working. It's not bypassing it for the string, it's running it through the VCA so we can have the crescendo. But no matter how much sustain you put on, you don't get any because it's sustaining, but it's behind the VCA, so you don't hear it because the VCA has a preset R43. I believe you could change if you wanted to modify it and put a control on for the sustain or the decay of the envelope generator, which is now, so you could actually have that work or turn it up so that it would hear some or all of it. So anyway, there's mode 1. That's stock mode. Oh, by the way, there's our octave slider, and then so in mode 1 here, or 2. Now we're going with the sustainer active, even though the brass is kicked in. But it's the string is cutting off because we don't have it routed through the sustainer, only the brass is. Now if you turn this on, you get both, but again you can't have the crescendo and sustain at once on the string. It's got to be one or the other. So you get immediate, regardless of where the crescendo is at, you get immediate. And now they both sustain. So there you go. That one's so floppy. Huh. That one's kind of a loose slider. I think I need to fix that cap. Probably should use it on the other one and goop it on. Probably cracked. Rogue filter. Could set the resonance up a little higher maybe. Anyway, that's that. And then of course when it's only on here, when you only have the bottom one flipped over, now you get this mode where you get the immediate attack. But yeah, not the most useful, the least useful of the modes. But it just basically overrides your crescendo. Max or minimum. Anyway, so very neat. Yeah, I've got a very useful modification there. So Crumar Performer owners, now it's all niced up to where it looks halfway decent and adds the slider. And I got it as low as I could there so it won't grab stuff too much. Probably is a better way to do that where it stays below the level of the side, but we'll just have to be careful with it and yeah, put it in a case that'll protect it. I always build cases where there's a high-tech foam insert that comes from the top of the case and pushes down right here on the cheek and right here on the cheek, and then this part rests against the foam on the top of it, so that way it can't crash around in there, hit things you don't want it to. He's got the other knobs ordered. This should look really fine when he gets it all put together. Alright,